Angels Baseball is brought to you by Howard's, official superstores of Angels Baseball. Nobody beats Howard's. By your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Want more MPG? Hyundai has it and is now the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. And by Shakey's Pizza. Who holds the record for the most innings pitched in a Major League season? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. There's a beautiful live shot inside the Big A, the rubber game of the series between the Texas Rangers and your Angels. And as always, this presentation of Angels Baseball is brought to you at wondrous high definition and presented by Time Warner Cable. You see the Angels taking the field. Jared Weaver doesn't waste a whole lot of time. We're not going to waste a whole lot of time either. Let's take a look at the Texas Rangers. The first place Texas Rangers rolling into this one. We'll have Elvis Andrus leading things off and playing shortstop. Michael Young at third base. Ian Kinsler batting third, playing second. Vladdy's the DH, the cleanup man. Josh Hamilton's been on a tear. He's in center field tonight. Nelson Cruz in right. David Murphy gets the start in left, so no Julio Bourbon in the lineup. Justin Smoke at first base, and Matt Trainer, who got the start on Tuesday, will get the start behind the plate and bat night for Texas. That lineup facing Jared Weaver, who got a no decision the last time out, but prior to that had 2 W's in the column.
Well, he's been throwing the ball so well. You're talking about 4 quality out pitches. The fastball has been clocked anywhere between 88 and 92 mile an hour. We will use a 2-seam fastball, the 4-seam fastball elevated. Very good curveball, slider, and his changeup still as good as anybody in baseball. 22 punch-outs in his last 2 games. That's covering 14 innings pitched.
Take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense for the Angels. In left field, Reggie Willits. In center, Torrey Hunter. Bobby Abreu is in right. In the infield, Brandon Wood gets a start at third base. Eric Ivard, shortstop. Howie Kendrick at second with Napoli at first. Jeff Mathis back behind the dish.
And Mike Napoli's done such a solid job playing defense on the first base side. We know how much power he possesses, but his defense is he's getting more and more acclimated to first base, showing some good range, able to pick some low throws at first base. Very aggressive.
Well, in the opening game of this series, it was a 1-run victory for the Halos. 6-5 the final. Yesterday, it was Vladimir Guerrero putting on a show. Rangers beat the Angels 6-4. Dustin Nipper picked up the win. Scott Kazmir took the loss after starting exceptionally well. He had 3 unbelievable innings to start that ball game. All of a sudden, that 4th inning just kind of snowballed on him. I'll tell you what, credit Sean O'Sullivan for 2 1/3, and Francisco Rodriguez gave up 1 run on that Guerrero's 2nd home run. First pitch from Jared is down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes on the Rangers shortstop, who was 1 for 4 last night. Was drilled by a pitch from Scott Kazmir, back of the right knee. I think he was struggling with it throughout the rest of the game last night, but obviously back in the lineup today, so no after effects. There's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Showing some pretty good patience, too, for a young hitter. Sees a lot of pitches, works the count very well. Knows when he's behind the count, just try to serve the ball to right field.
That's 2 balls and a strike. Talked about that outing that Weaver had in Texas back on May the 18th. Giving up 7 earned runs in 4 2/3. Also allowed 9 hits on 111 pitches. This one's fouled back to the right. A 2 ball, 2 strike count. The 7 runs allowed by Jared in that game. The worst outing for him this year. He had a ball game against Oakland, which he allowed 6 runs in 6 innings. Andrus looked like he went around, did he? Yes, he did, says Gary Darling. There's out number 1.
Well, that's a great pitch, too, because he's thinking it's going to be away, and it ran in on him, and he starts to make that commitment to swing, unable to stop. Well, you talk about a perfect location and great movement on that fastball. Off the plate at 91. X-Men will show the 2-seam action on this pitch as it runs in on him. Andrus unable to stop the swing.
So Michael Young steps up. You see the strikeout totals for Weaver.
See Jared still leading American League in strikeouts, 119.
Michael Young swings at that breaking pitch, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Young in last night's game, 1 for 5, had a double. Jared with the lead in the American League as far as strikeouts are concerned. Racking them up per 9 innings as this one's bounced over to the right side. Napoli wins the foot race. Michael Young to the bag, and there's out number 2. Weaver striking out 10.4 batters per 9 innings. So it's tops in Major League Baseball.
And he will tell you he doesn't feel he's a strikeout pitcher. But when you possess 4 quality pitches that he has, you're going to get those strikeout total. And what he did there 0-2, getting a quick out, not just wasting a pitch, so just off the plate, get a ground ball, that's a perfect thing to do.
So Kinsler steps up. 294 average with 3 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Hit his 3rd home run Tuesday against Joel Pinheiro. Looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Oh, 1. There's a fastball in for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Kinsler last night 1 for 3 with an RBI. Fastball ripped down the left field line. That is a fair ball heading into the corner. Willits plays the carom, and Kinsler is on board with a 2-out double.
Well, like we said, these Texas Ranger hitters are high ball hitters, and that was a fastball that was elevated. He able to tuck his hands in and hit that ball hard to left field for a double.
So Guerrero steps up now with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. First base open. Rangers in this series just 3 for 14 with men in scoring position. That's a .214 average. Jared took something off the fastball there. That's a little BP or get it over fastball, just enough at 87 miles an hour.
It didn't look quite like a straight changeup that Jared has, but definitely took something off that fastball. Vlad way out in front.
He went around. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. And some would say, all right, well, that's kind of throwing in. That's what you want. That's almost not in enough for Vladimir Guerrero. Still comfortable enough to pull the trigger and try to swing at that pitch. That's upstairs, 1-2. Snapped a string of 10 straight strikes thrown by Weaver.
And when you go inside against Vlad, you want to go above the belt. It's very good as far as keeping that fastball in fair. If it's down around knee level, you could turn on that pitch.
Here's the 1-2. Popped him up. On the inside part of the plate, Howie Kendrick is under it, makes a catch. And there's the 3rd out here in the 1st inning. No damage done. A 2-out double is stranded at second. Angels coming up. Scoreless tie here at the Big A. 9 for the 44 and 36 Angels. Midway point, game number 81 of the season. Eric Ibar leading things off. 2 hits in each of the first 2 games of the series. Had a terrific month of June. Howie Kendrick batting second, playing second base. Bobby Abreu's in right. Torrey Hunter at center. Mike Napoli at first base moves up a spot. Hideki Matsui drops down to the 6th hole at DH. Jeff Mathis doing the catching. Brandon Wood at third with Reggie Willits batting ninth and playing left field. Taking off the Southern California native, left-hander C.J. Wilson.
Oh, he's doing so well in that starting rotation. 6-3 mark and ERA 3.35. Very good fastball, 92 to 96. A very good slider and a solid changeup.
Wilson comes in with that 6-3 mark to 3.35 ERA, making his 16th start of the year. Ibar takes a strike. Career against the Halos, a 1-2 mark, a 5.59 ERA. Ibar bounces this one foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Here at the Big A, Wilson 1-1 and a 7.20 earned run average. Ibar's numbers mentioned that terrific month of June, a 3.65 batting average, leading all the Angels. That pitch just missed outside. It was 1-2. In his start on May 18th, Wilson allowed 7 runs himself in 4 1/3. Ibar lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that was his worst individual performance as a starter this year. A lot of buildup going into that game, thinking, all right, we got 2 of the top pitchers in the American League going after it. Both guys just didn't have their stuff. 2-2 pitch. Ibar reaches for this one, a little bouncer. It's going to be a foot race with smoke feeding Wilson. The throw goes behind him, and Eric will stay at first base with an infield single. 25th infield hit of the year.
Boy, every time a ground ball like that's hit to the first baseman and make that commitment to go after the baseball with a left-handed pitcher, you have a chance. Because you're going to fall over towards the third base side anyhow, and you see Ibar sense he's got a chance to hit, beats Wilson to the base, and gets that infield hit.
So man on for Howie Kendrick, the second baseman. 1 for 4 last night. Also drew a walk. He swings the first pitch and lines it foul. Howie comes in batting .276 with 7 home runs, 49 runs batted in, second most RBIs for a second baseman. Behind Robinson Cano of the New York Yankees, who's having a terrific first half of the year. Will probably be standing at second base as the starting shortstop in the American League. All-Stars coming up a week from Tuesday. In tight, 1-1.
Well, I was watching that Yankee game today against the Mariners. He had a home run against lefty Rowan Smith. Turned on it. He's driving the ball so well. I think it's his 11th home run versus left-handed pitching for Cano this season. The batting average, the power. Basically, when you look at the numbers for a majority of the players on the Yankees, he's been carrying that club offensively.
The start of the day, tops in the American League with a .353 average. And in that RBI category, just 4 ahead of Howie Kendrick. He's got 53 RBIs. Cano, the American League hits leader with 107 before today's game against Seattle. And Howie drills this one into the corner in left field. Ibar on his horse. He's being waved around by Dino Ebel. He's going to score. The Angels strike first on the RBI double by Kendrick. It is 1-0 Angels.
A great swing by Howie on the inner half of the plate turn on. He's so good as far as going inside out. But when he gets the ball in the inner half and has a chance to drive it, he will do so. Another RBI, number 50. Oh, you talk about a guy who'd be able to turn on the pitch quickly. Like a slider, Trainer wanted on the outside part of the plate. Instead got in the middle part, and Howie turned on it. Of course, Dino Ebel watching Murphy in left field all the way through, waving Eric Ibar in with that first run across.
Well, that's that defensive alignment shading Howie Kendrick the opposite way. So Murphy was swung over toward the alley in left center field. Had a long way to go to the corner. With Ibar's speed, not going to get him even with a good relay throw as Bobby Abreu steps up now. Nobody out, and man at second base. An infield single by Ibar, the double by Kendrick to start this ball game off. This one on the ground on the right side. Kinsler's got it. Does the job as Kendrick moves over to third base. They're down number one. As we look at the defense for the Rangers tonight, Murphy, Hamilton, and Cruz from left to right in the outfield. Young, Andrus, Kinsler, and Smoke on the infield from third to first with Matt Trainer doing the catching.
Michael Young has made a good transition from shortstop. He played some second base too. Now over to third. Quick hands, able to come in on the baseball in case there is a bunt situation. Obviously not now with Torrey up. But he's been very good. That's why this team has played well, the Rangers. Their defense much, much better.
Rangers lay back defensively against Torrey with a man at third base. They'll exchange the out for the run, trusting that C.J. Wilson would keep things in check here. Remember, the Halos scored first yesterday, taking a 3-0 lead before Texas came back. Third consecutive game in which the Halos have scored in the first inning against Texas. See Torrey's number, that .290 average, helped out by the .327 average he posted in the month of June with 5 home runs and 24 RBIs. The 1-1 pitch. A strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
And behind in the count for Torrey now with the middle infielders playing back. And the corners, they hit the ball on the ground. Get that run across here. Very important early in the ball game to score as many possible against the Rangers. They're going to go fastball here now inside to try to jam them.
They brought their corner infielders in on the pitch as well. The count remains with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back on May 18th, Torrey Hunter hit a monster 2-run home run off C.J. Wilson. His only hit in that ball game. Juan Rivera later on followed up with a 2-run home run himself. It was a 5-run 4th inning against Wilson. Torrey swings at the off speed and foul tips it back. Keeps his at bat alive.
Pretty good job just fouling that pitch off. 71-mile-an-hour curveball. Different speeds on his breaking pitch, whether it is a slider or a curveball. Just a hard fastball inside. Be able to stop and foul that one off. Very good. Great numbers. And CJ, 2 home runs and his 3 base hits against him.
And he got him. There's out number 2.
From a changeup here. Turned it over, 81 miles an hour. Howard Exmo will show the spin action on that circle changeup. Gets him out in front. Threw him a fastball inside, a slow curveball, and then a changeup.
And a lot of times those changeups that are up in the zone are the ones that get crushed. Torrey swinging right through it. So 2 outs, and it's up to Napoli to bring home Kendrick, who's at set third base. That fastball is in. Two balls and no strikes on Napoli. 1 for 4 yesterday. Mike with 3 home runs, 5 RBIs of the last 6 games. And it is 3-0 with Hideki Matsui on deck. Wilson, who has really kept left-handers at bay this year. Lefties hitting only 101 against C.J. Wilson this season.
You can guarantee he's got the green light then in this scenario.
He skies this one foul. Pulled the trigger. And it's 3-1. Howie leading off at third. He had the double that brought home Eric Ibar to give the Angels a 1-0 lead. He lays off of that one, and it's ball four. Walk. So 2 on now with 2 outs. Never quite understood that from a pitcher's standpoint, that you kind of pitching around him for 3 pitches. Then you decided to groove him a fastball on 3-0. And then you basically walk him, which was essentially what you were trying to do. Trying to get him to expand his strike zone. He didn't do it the first 3 pitches. Why would he after that?
And the Angels have always been identified under Mike Socha as being an aggressive club. They will get the green light 3-0. So he threw a fastball that could have been crushed. You're pitching around, you want to go lefty-lefty. You mentioned the batting average against lefties for Wilson, 101. That's what you want, this situation.
Overall, Wilson has kept hitters at bay at a 217 average. Righties touching him at a 250 clip. Kendrick at third, Napoli at first. Smoke playing behind Napoli with the left-hand hitting Matsui up. And he'll take a fastball strike on the corner. It's 1-1. Hideki was 0 for 3 last night. His batting average at 259. 10 home runs, 46 RBIs. Takes that pitch inside, 2-1.
Gohan thought about calling that a strike on the inside part, lifted up like he was going to call that a strike after that fastball on the outside corner. Perfect pitch by Wilson against Matsui, but did not call that one inside.
Two-one pitch. Matsui fouls it back, and it's 2-2. Angels trying to snap that string of 0 for their last 10 with men in scoring position, including last night. Their only hit with a man in scoring position yesterday was Reggie Willis in the second inning, notching 2 RBIs. There goes Napoli. The 2-2 is foul at the plate. So Mike will head back over to first. .25 pitches thrown by C.J. Wilson here in the first. 15 strikes, 10 balls. Guy's got a lot of stamina, so pitch count becomes somewhat of a wash for a guy like this.
Try to throw a slider here in this spot.
And he gets Matsui on that slider for the 3rd out of the inning. The Angels strike first. They get a run on 2 hits, leave 2 on. 1 complete. Angels up 1-0.
It's all about Jared and his ability to be able to pitch. And for me, the keys are outside in, inside out. What I mean by that is fastball inside, show in there, get him out away on the outside part of the play with breaking pitches. Then later in the game, make the adjustment, start hitting on the outside part of the plate, and then work your way in to be able to negate the fact that they've got a pattern against you.
One-zero pitch to Josh Hamilton, a breaking ball that he waves down, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hamilton 1 for 3 last night. A monster June, leading all major league hitters with a .454 batting average. As he fouls this one off the left, it's 1-2 in the midst of a 23-game hitting streak. Kept the streak alive with a slicing double in the 8th inning of last night's game. The 1-2. Fastball got him looking. Hamilton knew it. There's out number 1.
Well, you know you make a perfect pitch when you get a guy out who's been that hot. Freeze him on that fastball. 2-seam fastball. Started the hip and catching the inside corner at 90.
Well, throughout this series, we've had umpires behind the plate that have had a larger than normal strike zone, a very pitcher-friendly strike zone. It started with Bruce Streckman Tuesday night's game. Paul Emmel last night. Bill Hahn tonight. That pitch misses outside of Nelson Cruz.
I like when umpires call strikes, Victor.
I was wondering why you were so happy with the last couple of days. Cruz swings through that one. Evens a count. Nelson 1 for 4 last night. A couple of stints on the disabled list due to hamstring problems, but showing no ill effects whatsoever over the last couple of games. At least here at the Big A. Which is what you tend to worry about with hamstrings, that at some point, especially twice having had issues with them this year, that maybe don't go at 100%, 95, reel it back a little bit till you are ready to go. And he knows 1 speed only.
And it does seem if you've had some issues, it will continue throughout the season. It's very difficult to stay away from that. Because your first initial step in baseball, especially when you're a hitter, is that burst out of the box. But if you're got the hamstring issue and you're worried about that, then it could creep up once again. Too good of a player to be out of the lineup for the Rangers.
2-2 pitch outside. It's a full count. "30 years old today."
I'm still looking forward to that one, Victor. I'm a couple years away from that.
3-2. Cruz out to center. Kendrick going out. Torrey Hunter coming in. Torrey follows Howie off. Here's out number 2.
And that's all you wait for, the communication from your outfielder if you're a middle infielder, but you got to keep going back just in case. And Howie was cruising back far, and then waiting for Torrey to call him off. In the end, he was able to do so. Much easier play for an outfielder coming in on the baseballs compared to an infielder going back.
So 2 outs, nobody on for David Murphy. Murphy fouls one back. Former first-round pick for the Boston Red Sox out of Baylor University. Acquired by the Rangers, part of the Eric Gagne deal a couple of years ago. That was kind of a one-sided deal. Gagne kind of scuffled with Boston. Murphy hits one hard over to short. Backs up, high ball, high throw. And it sails into the dugout. And instead of having a 1-2-3 inning, the inning continues on the error by Eric Ibar.
Ball was hit hard by Murphy, backed up, but he had some time. He just stood, had a stiff front leg, and stepped off and threw that ball high. And Napoli unable to come up with that play. Now going into scoring position on that throw.
That's one of those that you're almost better off bouncing the throw. Try to get a long hop, even though it's not the artificial turf. Much easier play, especially if you're unable to get on top of that baseball. So man in scoring position for Justin Smoke. Takes a breaking ball down low.
I remember former great Cincinnati Red Davey Concepcion used to have that play down on our and skip it across the turf.
You see a lot of guys at the Metrodome, the Minnesota Twins, do that all the time. Kansas City as well. They had the real hard turf.
The cement?
The cement. Cement painted green. 1-1 pitch. Curve ball on the outside corner, 1-2.
I have a piece of that in my office in my house. A piece from that AstroTurf in the '85 when we won the World Series. That thing is still like, it's like walking out in the, a schoolyard. It's so hard. It's like cement. I don't know how those guys were able to play all those games on that AstroTurf over the years.
1-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Mathis to keep that ball close to home plate. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Is it kind of like your security blanket? Whenever you're feeling kind of blue, you just grab that piece of turf and hug it to no end?
I step on it and say, wow, that was good old times back in the day.
You flash back immediately. It's your version of the hot tub time machine, is what you're saying.
Or Linus's blanket, like you mentioned. It's the security blanket.
2-2. Inside, full count.
You're Jared Weaver right here. You're trying to pick up Eric Ibar. He didn't want to make that mistake. He made a mistake in the field. As a pitcher, your job right now is to make him feel less bad about himself if you can get through this inning without a run being scored.
Well, Jared's had to throw 5 extra pitches because of that throw. The 3-2. Breaking ball, got him. Down goes Smokes. Third strikeout of the night for Jared Weaver. We head to the bottom of the second with the Halos up 1-0. Bottom of the second. Halos sending up the bottom third. Mathis, Wood, and Willits against C.J. Wilson, who had 26 pitches thrown in the first inning. But even though he gave up 1 run on back-to-back hits to start the bottom of the first, he ended up striking out 2 and walking 1 as well. Mathis had the night off last night. He was 1 for 4 with an RBI Tuesday. Hitting .242 on the year. Takes a fastball just below the knees for ball 1. Jeff with a home run at 6 runs batted in. Angels finishing the month of June with an 18-9 record. A staff ERA of 4.15. As an offensive unit, they hit .275 with 26 home runs, the second most home runs they've hit in a month. They hit 32 bombs in May. That pitches inside. It's 2 balls and a strike. And at the start of July, now just 4.5 back of Texas with the loss last night. Well, that's all you can do. You're trying to take care of business with the teams that you need to take care of, especially when you're able to gain a game and it's in front of you.
Winning a series, that's all it's about. Obviously, you always want to sweep a team, particularly a team that you're chasing at this point of the season, but playing consistent baseball, catching the ball, pitching the ball well, and of course getting some key timely hits.
14 more games after this one. Jeff fouls that one back. Full count. Here's a payoff. Mathis on the ground of the right side. Nice play by Smoke. Wilson is there. Jeff is retired. The first shot. Good piece of hitting. That's what Jeff has needed to get back to. We take a look at our FoxSportsWest.com poll question of the night. Who's the Angels' biggest American League rival? It's usually the team that you're chasing. Rangers, A's, Mariners, Red Sox, or Yankees. Log on to FoxSportsWest.com and cast your vote. We'll have updated results later. Billy Mack, Jose Mota will have the totals. Angels Live postgame edition.
The interesting teams in there. You throw in the Red Sox and the Yankees. The Angels seem to play them all the time in the postseason. But you got to get there first.
Brandon Wood swings through a fastball. That's what I'm saying. You can't really consider that a true rival. There's a little history between these two teams here. A little bad blood on occasion. 1 ball, 1 strike.
They've been competing against each other for years and years. Texas has always been known as a very good hitting ball club. It was a club that always seems to go off to a great start.
Brandon swings through that one, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. How about that? March through June, 1 game under 500 in their history. Wood goes out to right field. Here comes Nelson Cruz, and he'll play it on a hop. One out base hit for Brandon, but going back to that 167 games under 500. Now, granted, this is all time since 1972. But speaks volumes to the problems and the struggles that the Rangers have had in the second half of the year.
And everyone always says because of the heat and all that. But you know what? It's not any warmer there than, say, Atlanta or Baltimore for that matter, although the Orioles right now are on a pretty big tailspin. But the reality is that places are just as hot. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think the fact is it's been their pitching. And right now, when you look at this staff, they have a pretty good starting staff and a very solid bullpen.
At the end of the day, the only way to get rid of that reputation is by winning. Doing the opposite is actually winning. Until that time comes, you can claim all the first half championships that you'd like, but baseball doesn't divide the playoffs that way.
Minor leagues they do, but not in the major leagues.
Yeah, there's no carryover effect.
No.
1-1 pitch to Reggie. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Willets got to start last night, 1 for 3. A couple of RBIs. In place of Juan Rivera, who had his eyes examined yesterday. That's why he did not play yesterday or tonight. Everything appears to be all right.
And it's irritation in his left eye. Contacts are not needed for him. Just kind of quiet down that eye right now.
Off-speed pitch gets Willis down in front. It's 2-2. Throw over, and Brandon gets back. Dug out nicely by Smoke at first. Outfield shallow for Texas with Reggie at the plate. You've got Ibar on deck. That one's outside. Full count. A lot of deep counts for C.J. Wilson tonight. Unable to really locate that fastball. Relies so much on that pinpoint control, especially on the outside part of the plate. Kind of set up the rest of his repertoire.
2-2 count, 1 out. Brandon may be on the move here.
Back to first. Brandon goes a 3-2, broken bat, little lazy fly ball back over to Elvis Andrus, who backs onto the outfield grass for the second out. Brandon alertly gets back to the bag. Here comes Ibar with 2 outs and a man at first base. Ibar started the bottom of the first inning for the Halos with an infield single. Came around to score on the Howie Kendrick double. By the way, we brought you the news last night, but Rangers making it official today, acquiring Benji Molina for Chris Ray, one of their relievers, and one of their former first-round picks, Michael Maine, right-handed pitcher. The pitch is outside, and 1 ball, no strikes, and apparently San Francisco picking up the bulk of a little over $2 million left on Molina's contract.
That's surprising, too, for the Giants, a team that's been struggling to get runs last couple seasons, to trade away one of their better offensive players.
Ibar takes on. It's 2 balls and no strikes. That gets to the point, really, where you see the transaction there. That the Giants believe that Buster Posey is there to stay. If he was their first-round pick out of Florida State, and he is the future catcher for them. But the only way he's going to play is by playing every single day and getting his at-bats. Ibar out toward left, chasing Murphy back, but he's there. Makes the catch, and there's out number 3. 2 complete here at the Big A. Angels up by the score of 1-0. Top of the third here in Anaheim. Matt Trander lead things off for Texas. Halos up by the score of 1-0. Jared Weaver with 3 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 hit allowed. Rangers sending up 9-1-2. Trainer, Andrus, and Young. Matt takes down low. Got to start Tuesday. Trainer went 1 for 2 with a base hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Was lifted for a pinch hitter. That pitch is high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. What's being reported by Bob Nightingale of USA Today that the Arizona Diamondbacks apparently have decided to fire A.J. Hinch, their manager. His trainer skies one out to left center field. Reggie Willis calls off. No, the other way around. There's out number one. And the next Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday takes place tomorrow night. Tickets for this game are now available for 50% off at select seating areas when using the password USA at angelsbaseball.com or the Angel Stadium ticket window. And that's how A.J. Hinch was greeted when he was hired by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fireworks, and pomp and circumstance,
and a 4-year deal.
And it certainly didn't work out. Nearly a year later.
But the fireworks on Friday nights here at the Big A are very good, though.
Oh, without a doubt. Andrews takes the breaking ball for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Rangers shortstop 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Try to come back inside with that fastball. We were not wasting a whole lot of time.
That's that sinking fastball. That two-seam. When you see that, a lot of times you'll see the catcher put the one sign down. That's for a fastball, but when you have movement on the one, that means he wants the two-seam fastball, the fastball that he learned from Scott Shields. As far as no-seam fastball, it has great movement on it. They're going to come back with a changeup.
Kind of overthrew that one. Jared knew it. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jammed him with a fastball. Another 2-2 on its way. Fastball just below the knees. Full count.
Well, that was pretty close. See how close it was according to Fox Tracks. It looked like it did get the strike zone right at the knees at 90.
This one out to left field. Reggie got a good jump on it. He's there, puts it away. 2 outs here in the third.
Good jump, perfect position. Ron Renneke, the bench coach for the Angels, had Reggie Willis in. We're talking about Andrews does a great job with 2 strikes going the other way. This time you have Reggie shaded over there to left center, and he's able to just come in and be able to make that play. Most times, that's a double at the very least. Now, Ron Renneke studies the charts and able to relay it to his infielders and his outfielder the best position to be in to be successful.
No balls on a strike on Michael Young. Grounded out to Mike Napoli in his first inning at bat. He rips that one to left. Reggie's coming on, makes the grab, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. We head to the bottom of the third here in Anaheim with the heart of the Angels order coming up and leading it 1-0. T-shirt giveaway. Great looking shirt and crowd. Well, it's always a great place to be here at the Big A.
It's a nice T-shirt.
Howie Kendrick leads things off by taking a strike from C.J. Wilson. Kendrick, Abreu, and Hunter here in the third. The Halos up 1-0. RBI double for Howie in his first inning AB. Now 50 runs batted in on the year. Tapper to second. Kinsler's got it. The Angels leadoff man is retired here in the third. Wilson starting to get back into the strike zone. A very prolonged first inning, throwing 26 pitches and allowing that run. Angels leaving a couple of base runners on board. That's Bobby Abreu.
Such good stuff, too. When you can rush a fastball, especially if you're a left-handed pitcher, up to 96 miles an hour, and also sinks it around 91 to 92, mixing that slow curveball, slider, and a changeup, and then all of a sudden get the confidence to throw it in the strike zone is tough.
County was a 1-ball, 1 strike on Abreu. Abreu ahead of the count at 3-1 with Torrey Hunter on deck.
Puts himself in a good position now to get that fastball. Wilson very tough against lefties.
On the ground, sharply hit, but Kinsler's got it. He's out number 2. We're back in the first inning talking about the Angels' month of June. How good it was considering Kendrick Morales. Without Kendrick Morales out for the season, the Rangers had a monster month of June, 21-6. They pitched to a 3.40 ERA. They hit .311 with 32 home runs.
It's a pretty good month.
Without
if you can pitch that well and hit that well, you're going to have those type of results.
That's called clicking on all cylinders. And that's why Texas right now is in first place. Torrey ahead of the count at 1 ball, no strikes. You see the best records in baseball in the month of June. Mets in there at 18-8. The Angels, of course, 18-9. Same with the White Sox and the Red Sox. The White Sox did it from the second half of the month on. Remember, the first time we were there, the ship was sinking.
All kinds of trades. Everyone was available.
Everyone was available. The general manager, Kenny Williams, was having meetings with the team.
Of course, him and Ozzie get along so well.
Yeah, of course. They do now.
Winning cures all, the old saying is, and they're playing very good ball.
2 balls and a strike. Apparently they're willing to make some moves. Kenny Williams never shied away from making a trade. Told me once that he would trade his son if it would make his major league team better. His son is in the system. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I believe that too with him.
Absolutely. Torrey takes a nope. Trainer and C.J. Wilson thought it was a strike. Fooled me. I thought it was close enough for a strike, and they sold me on it. Said it's a 3-2 count.
Pretty sure Ron Washington thinks the same thing. Just off the outside corner at 91.
And he walked it. Now, you don't see that too often where a catcher breaks towards the dugout that far. So it's a 2-out walk.
I think he's still telling Bill Hahn, I think that pitch was on the outside corner. But this is a situation now the Angels take advantage of it. Maybe CJ makes a mistake now. Lo and behold, it's 3-0 lead for the Angels.
Napoli drew a walk in the first inning. No official AB for him. And he'll take a strike. Well, you know, players in baseball are all about superstitions and routines. Mike Napoli, before every game, as he comes out the stretch, runs out to the wall. And then on the warning track dirt, writes down his mom's name, who's still alive, Donna. And then Nick Adehart's initials and his number. Every single game. That's a little pregame routine that Mike goes through.
Pretty nice gesture, though, by Mike Napoli. Part of it, you're right. It's, you know, stretching and everything else is part of getting ready for the game, but also the mental part of it also. That's what helps Mike Napoli perform and focus for the game.
Oh, 1 pitch. Napoli ground ball toward the middle. Elvis Andrus with the dive. The scoop doesn't work. Torrey Hunter's going to take third base on it, too. Great job by the young shortstop, who I believe probably still had time to at least get to a knee and do a little shovel pass to Kinsler to try to get the out at second. He's going to get charged with an error.
It's definitely a great play. Initially showing some unbelievable range. That ball was hit hard too. Well, now they had plenty of time to be able to make the throw. Second base.
I'll tell you what, great base running on the part of Torrey Hunter to keep going. Mike Napoli gets credit for a base hit. Torrey moves over to third base on Andrus' error. So it's first and third with 2 outs here. Matsui, who came up in a similar situation in the first inning and struck out, comes up again here in the third. Takes that fastball in tight. Matsui chasing that slider that got him for that punch out in the first inning. One of 2 strikeouts for C.J. Wilson tonight to go with the 2 walks. A disputed walk, too, as we kind of started this little rally.
And a play that should be made at second base now. All of a sudden, the Angels try to take advantage of a few mistakes by the Rangers.
Matsui takes a strike on a fastball, evens the count. And just like Weaver, when Ibar committed the error with 2 outs in the second inning, it forces your starting pitcher to throw extra pitches. And Wilson here in the third inning already at 63 pitches on the night. 1-1 pitch. Matsui out towards center, playable for Hamilton. Comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch, and there's the third out of the inning. Nothing happening for the Halos here in the third. We've played 3 from the Big A, and the Angels still have a 1-0 lead. The fourth inning, Angels up 1-0. We take a look at our AT&T trivia question for this evening. Who are the only 4 Angels pitchers ever to start the All-Star game?
No one's got to be in there. I got to put my man Dean Chance in there. He's got to be in there. Has to be. You're not disagreeing with me on that one, are you, Victor, with Dean Chance?
No, I'm all for Dean. Dean Kinsler leads things off, fouls off the first pitch. No balls and a strike.
Mark Langston, maybe?
To start, and also, I don't know why Mike Witt pops into my dome, but I might just be confusing that with the perfect game against Texas. Those are bounces. This one foul. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Tanana?
Well, he used to throw a serious fastball.
Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. That, of course, was Chuck Finley there, sporting the Brian Fuentes mustache.
Certainly made a few All-Star games, Finn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 2 in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kinsler had the doubled in the first inning and was stranded at second base. 15th double of the year.
Sure wanted to know it's 1-2.
Going with the changeup. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a full count. Guerrero to follow. Hamilton after that. And there's Jenks foul. And the count remains at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jared with 3 punch outs today. It was first 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd inning. All 3 fly ball outs. Good little test now. Second time through the order. The heart of their order. Kinsler yanks this one foul down the left field line.
And Mathis wanted that fastball on the outside part of the plate and ran middle in. Kinsler very quick on that pitch. Fastball on the outside part of the plate is a good pitch at the knee level against Kinsler right now. But you have to execute. You got to stay on top and trust you're going to hit location. See, the target was set by Mathis on the outside part, but ended up being a fastball right down the middle and up. Kinsler is a dead fastball hitter up in his zone.
Eight pitches so far. The bat that started at no balls and 2 strikes with a couple of foul balls. Kinsler's worked it to full. Still working Weaver. And he lays off that one, and it's a walk. First issue by Jared. Puts a man off of Vladdy. Hey, Angels Friends and Family Fun Packs presented by JetBlue. Let's you enjoy 4 game tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $44. The next Friends and Family Fun Pack game takes place this Saturday against the Kansas City Royals. Purchase your ticket. Family Fun Pack, easy for me to say, at angelsbaseball.com.
Must be a lot of fun.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. I'm trying to type in angelsbaseball.com at the same time. Vladdy swings the first pitch and comes up empty on a low fastball. He popped out at his first AB, so 0 for 1. Mathis setting up inside and Bryant's back to Kinsler. No balls and a strike. Kinsler with 7 stolen bases. He's been caught 3 times this year.
The big thing with Vlad Guerrero up here, if you get a ground ball in an infield, you're going to get a double play ball. Stay down in the zone. Be in the outside part. Establish in. Knock him off the plate. Don't let him be comfortable.
Fouls this one back. Looking to the upper deck. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mathis thinking about throwing down to first base after the pitch, but the ball slipped out of his hand. Boy, another great job by Mathis. Does the count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes?
That's a very difficult pitch to be able to keep in front. Overthrew the breaking pitch in the dirt in front. Gave up his body to be able to keep that baseball from getting away from him and keeping Kinsler there at first base.
Interesting throw over there, high throw. Close.
Throw like that will freeze the base runner going back.
2-2. They're bouncing this one foul up the third base line.
That's that good spot, that fastball in above the belt against Vlad Guerrero. What Weave's got to do throughout this game.
Paying close attention to Kinsler at first base in a 1-0 game here in the 4th. Upstairs, full count. Kinsler perhaps off with a pitch here in a 3-2 count. Nobody out.
See if we get the old strike him out, throw him out.
Doesn't go, and the 3-2's in the dirt. So back-to-back walks issued by Weaver. Now you're getting into a little bit of trouble. Brings up Josh Hamilton as we take a look at the U.S. Marines leaders of the game, with Hamilton snapping up. Guy went down looking in the second inning where he's 0 for 1. 454 average in June. The 49 hits, a club record for any month for Josh. That's why he came in batting .343 on the year with 18 home runs and 58 runs batted in. But 0 for 1. On the outside corner for a strike. This was the inning last night that Scott Kazmir got into some trouble. It started with a hit by pitch of Elvis Andrus. Young double, the walk to Kinsler, and of course the grand slam by Vladimir Guerrero. Tonight, back-to-back walks to Kinsler and Guerrero. 0-1. Just missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A slow curveball on the outside corner and fastball in just off the inside corner.
Two and 1. Not a bad idea to come back inside.
Yeah, you back that cut fastball in and throw another cut fastball right back in on a left-handed batter. Good spot.
Breaking ball, little dribbler to the right side. Weaver will throw out Hamilton. So it essentially works as a sacrifice with the runners advancing. Kinsler to third and Guerrero to second. And there's 1 out for Nelson Cruz.
Looks like the Angels may play at least halfway in on this, but possibly now they're going back. They thought about bringing the infield in. Now they're going back to their normal position. Corners up. This way Mike Napoli at first base. Wood playing a little bit back.
Cruz lays off that slider. No balls and a strike. Pardon me, 1 ball, no strikes. Cruz hit a fly ball to center field to second, so he's over 1. Napoli is playing in a little bit at first base. Brandon Wood deep at third. And that was pretty much straight up. Maybe Torrey shading Cruz the opposite way in center. Wanted to peel, he did not go, and it's 2-0. With 3 balls and no strikes.
So Jared, just getting underneath that breaking pitch, trying to make a perfect pitch with that instead of just trusting the break on it, whether it be the curveball or slider. Second pitch was just off the corner. Now when he overthrew, got underneath it, elevated curveball.
That one drops it for a strike. 3-1.
Pitch right there, 3-0 curveball, open base.
Chases that one and cues it off the end of the bat. It's a full count.
Well, then he drops a changeup on him too. 4 straight breaking pitches, then a changeup. When you're up there, a guy that is a run producer, he's thinking RBI. So you try to make pitches that get himself out. So far, Jarrett's in a position now to be able to possibly get that strikeout to keep their run from scoring at this point.
David Murphy on deck. Kinsler at third, Guerrero at second. Here comes a 3-2. Got him swinging on the off-speed pitch. Down goes Cruz. Boy, what a battle back from 3-0 with first base open to punch out Nelson Cruz for the second out of the inning.
Boy, after going behind 3-0 on 3 curveballs to the curveball and then back-to-back changeups. Exmo will show how he's able to turn over that pitch, that off-speed changeup on the outside corner. Cruz way out in front. He was thinking RBI. Was aggressive with the swing, but too far out in front.
Breaking pitch to Murphy is in for a strike. 0-1. Murphy swings through that one. It's no balls and 2 strikes. "29 pitches thrown by Jared Weaver here in the 4th. He's up to 75 in this game. And the 0-2 upstairs. Murphy reached on the error by Eric Ibarn, was stranded at second base. So he's 0 for 1. The 1-2. Murphy fouls this one back. Good pitch on the inside corner.
Well, some great movement, too. Trust the ability to stay in that inside corner. Started at the hip of Murphy to try to get that corner. Murphy fouled it off, but still a perfect spot. Now you make the hitter think, is he going back inside with another fastball, or is he going to throw the changeup on the outside corner? That little mind game you have as far as a pitcher against a hitter makes it easier for the pitcher to be able to hit his spot and get through the inning.
1-2 out towards shallow center field. Torrey Hunter coming on, makes the catch. How about Jared Weaver? Pumped up as he should be. Back-to-back walks to start the 4th. Nothing comes across. Angels still up. With grilled pineapple and teriyaki sauce, new at Carl's Jr. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. Bottom of the 4th, Angels up 1-0. It'll be Mathis, Wood, and Willis here in the bottom half of inning number 4. This guy checking out C.J. Wilson's approach at the mound as Jeff Mathis takes a fastball up and away. Mathis grounded out in the second inning at bat, so he's 0 for 1. Wilson, a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks. He allowed 4 hits. Had a long stay in that dugout as the top of the 4th inning played out. Mathis. 1 around, says Gary Darling.
What a job by Jared Weaver. Nice changeup, too, to Murphy to get him out. A fly ball to center field. Use that off-speed pitch. It's set up with that fastball in the inside corner to get him out in front just enough to be able to get that lazy fly ball to get through that inning with no runs.
And it's 2 balls and a strike. Mathis fouling this one back just above us to the left. The count evens at 2-2. pitch. Outside, full count. Brandon Woods on deck. He had a base hit to right field, was stranded at first. A lot of deep counts tonight for C.J. Wilson. Now one is a called strike 3. There's out number 1. Mathis making sure Bill Hahn calls that for Jared Weaver.
With a pitch before, just off the outside corner, he comes right back with another fastball just off the corner.
That was the pitch that was not called on Torrey Hunter. Almost the exact same pitch that led to the eventual base on balls. It was after that third inning had completed. Met trainer Bill Hahn had a very long discussion. It wasn't animated, just a discussion about that at-bat that Torrey had, or plate appearances. It ended up being a walk.
I don't think they were talking maybe about the World Cup or something like that?
No. But who wouldn't want to talk about Uruguay taking on Ghana?
That's what I was thinking.
Head breaking pitch outside. It was 1-2. On the ground to third. Michael Young's got it. 2 outs. Go back to our AT&T trivia question. Talking about all-star starters. We're the only 4 Angels pitchers to ever start the All-Star game. Ken McBride, Dean Chance at 64, Nolan Ryan, Mark Langston. You had Langston too. Nice.
Dean Chance.
Well played, sir. There's Reggie Willis with 2 outs. Nobody on, and that pitch is a ball. It's not fair. I mean, that's your time frame. 1964. That's right in your wheelhouse.
You never go wrong when you're guessing and saying Dean Chance in any trivia question when it comes to the Angels. Very successful pitcher.
Dean Chance had 3 scoreless innings. Ended up striking out Roberto Clemente and Dick Grote.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Reggie skies with a shallow right. Kinsler's going out. Cruz coming in. Kinsler makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Halos go down in order. We head to the 5th with the Angels up 1-0. Angels up 1-0, top of the 5th here at the Big A. Take a look at our FoxSportsWest.com headlines. Hey, guess what? Vladdy returned to the Big A. Big series, of course, against the Rangers. And the biggest question of all, the one I want to know about, is just as Smoke swings through that. Can the Clippers land King James? Because right now, that's all the buzz in the NBA.
See, I still think he's staying in Cleveland. That's just my opinion. He's from there. They're knocking at the championship each and every year when I'm there.
Napoli takes it himself for the first down. Hold that thought. Take a look at our Jaguar game summary. What do you think, Gooby?
I'm still holding my thoughts, but thinking about that swing though. Kendrick tries it, Eric Ibar. Then Jared Weaver's two-seam fastball in on Josh Hamilton, then drops the curveball on Justin Smoke to get the swing and miss. Jared Weaver solid through 4 1/3.
Matt Trainer takes a strike. So go ahead, King James. You're going to write this on your blog on Sunday?
I might as well reference it in there. I just think he's going to stay in Cleveland. He can have the max contract there with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They add a player or two, they have a shot. I think it named a new coach today too, right?
Byron
Scott. Very good, successful head coach. I think he's staying.
Boy, Weaver would like to have that pitch. It's a 1-ball, 2 strikes count. Perhaps maybe Matt Trainer and Bill Holland struck up one heck of a friendship with that conversation. Check swing. Bill Holland says, our friendship only goes so far. I'm bringing you up, pal.
Without an appeal to the first base umpire. I let you slide that pitch before right on the outside corner, but hey, you check swing, it's close enough. You're gone. There's no question.
Yeah, no doubt.
but I thought you and I were
Nope.
Not so much.
Not anymore.
What have you done for me lately? 2 outs, nobody on for Elvis Andrus. Five punch outs now for Weaver. Andrus had one of them in the first inning. He also had a fly ball to left, so he's 0 for 2. Counting to 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground is short. Ibar's got it on 2 hops. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We enter the bottom of the 5th, but the Angels still up 1-0.
watched it. That was a Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. And why not? He's coming up.
Top of the order. Ibar, Kendrick, and Abreu. Great setup. Thank you so much.
Whatever I can do for you, Victor.
I'm parched. Would you mind? Ibar 1 for 2. The single, the fly ball to left. Ibar 1 for 3 with a single and a couple of fly balls to left. So we start this bottom of the 5th inning. Brings up Howie Kendrick. Oh, what a gorgeous night for baseball. July, the calendar has turned. We are at the midway point. The Halos playing their 81st game of the year. Texas playing their 78th. Of course, that 3-game differential means something. It will be made up at some point with the off days or makeup games that Texas may have.
And that's what Ron Washington was talking about on the radio yesterday. Because of his off days, he was able to manage his young pitching staff, give him a few extra days off when need be. But pretty soon the heavy schedule starts mounting for Washington. Won't be forced to throw those young guys in their regular rest.
Well, they moved one of his veteran guys, Colby Lewis, who's off to a terrific start, comeback, if you will, having spent time in Japan. Guy who was highly touted coming up through the Rangers system. He's had a good year, but he's moved him back a couple of days. Get to start tomorrow night in Texas. Alfredo Griffin. Suction cup hands.
For the play. So it's a good range still. Said no problem. I had that easy.
Howie goes down swinging on the fastball, and that is strikeout number 4 for C.J. Wilson. And the Angels have a great ticket special available for tomorrow and Saturday. Fans can save 50% off ticket prices in select seating areas when using the password USA at angelsbaseball.com or any of the Angels Stadium ticket windows. Bobby Abreu with 2 outs and nobody on. He's 0 for 2, twice having grounded out to second. It's 1 ball, no strikes. A lone run in this one coming in the first inning. Infield hit for Ibar, a double by Howie Kendrick. Abreu grounds one over to Ian Kinsler. It's a 1-2-3 inning. 5 complete here at the Big A. Halos still with a 1-0 lead.
The curveball. Smoke out in front, swings and misses. Then look at this grip, the circle changeup. Stop in time, out in front. Cruz with a big punch out. And that was the Coors Light Free Scan, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Time for the sixth inning. It is 1-0 Angels. Michael Young to lead things off against Jared Weaver. It'll be Young, Kinsler, and Guerrero. What happened, big guy?
That great changeup. The stop time right out in front at about 78 miles an hour.
Young 0 for 2 with a ground ball and a fly ball to left. He grounds this one toward the hole. Ibar's going to have to hurry. Off balance throw. He retires Young for the first out. That's 7 in a row retired by Weaver since giving up those back-to-back walks to start the fourth inning.
Very good play, too, by Ibar. Out in front, Michael Young, who runs well down the line, has to not only make the play, but on the run to make the strong throw to be able to get Young. Honda Exmo will show, look the ball into the glove, get in position to make as strong a throw as you can while moving towards the base. Gets that first out, the important one.
But here's Kinsler. A prolonged at-bat the last time up, working the walk. He's also doubled, still 1 for 1 night. Those 2 walks in the fourth inning, the only 2 issued by Weaver. To go with the 5 strikeouts as Kinsler hits one out to center field. Torrey is there. 2 outs. Big fan of saying, you are a big fan of saying, hits in a big part of the ballpark, pitch to that big side of the ballpark. And it's the line for Jared Weaver. He's done that for the better part of this ball game, but good little test here with 2 outs. Bases clear. Vladdy up. Vladdy's popped out and walked. One ball, no strikes.
But that looked like a pretty good pitch. Vlad was determined to take the first pitch. He swung at the first 2 that Jared threw to him in his previous at-bats.
That'll leave it to count of 1 ball, 1 strike. So a couple of pitches on the outside part of the plate that leads you to believe that come back in at some point.
Exactly what we said. The keys. You work outside, then inside. Be able to be effective. Comes that fastball inside.
He popped him up. Napoli drifting over. Foul ground. Fair ground. It's an out. 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. 9 in a row. Retired by the right-hander. The Angels still up 1-0.
high-speed internet, home phone, and wireless. Visit at AT&T.com or call 1-800-PIC-AT&T for details. And by your Southern California Ford dealers, where you'll find the new Transit Connect. Check it out at scforddealers.com.
Angels up 1-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Torrey Hunter to lead things off against C.J. Wilson. He's thrown 87 pitches, 51 for strikes. 4 punch outs, 2 walks. The breaking pitch missed outside. Torrey, a strikeout victim in the first, a walk in the third. So he's 0 for 1. Two balls and no strikes. The Angels had 2 hits in the first, 1 each in the second and third innings, and nothing since. Wilson has retired 7 in a row since that third inning base hit by Mike Napoli. That's upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. No runs, a hit, an error, 4 left on for Texas. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 5 left on for your Halos. That one's in for a strike. 7 3-ball counts for C.J. Wilson tonight, but still just trailing at 1-0. 3-1. Torrey fouls this one off to the right. Full count.
I used to think a lot of times when you're faced up against a pitcher like a Jared Weaver, if you're C.J. Wilson, you know you're not going to get a lot of run support, so you're trying to make the perfect pitch from the very first pitch of the sequence against each batter. That's why you see some 3-ball counts against Wilson.
That's inside, and that's a leadoff walk. First time the leadoff man has reached since the first inning. Brings up Mike Napoli. Hey, sign up today for the 2010 All-Star Game charity 5K and Fun Run presented by Nike and Sports Authority on Sunday, June 11th. All finishers will receive a commemorative All-Star medal and T-shirt. You can sign up today by visiting allstargame.com. All net proceeds from the event will be donated to 4 charities supporting cancer research and education. Napoli takes up and away, and C.J. Wilson not happy with himself. Mike has walked and singled.
With that pitch count continuing going up for C.J. Wilson, he may have just this inning before the bullpen gets working for the Rangers. If he can get through this inning, kind of force that changeup on the outside part of the plate, overthrew it, trying to make the perfect pitch. And when you do that, that's when you make mistakes.
Throw over to first base, and Torrey is back. On this Angels ball club, Bobby Bray, the team leader in stolen bases with 14. Ibar's second with 12. That one's down and in. It's 2-0. Torrey, in case you're wondering, has stolen 6. He's been caught 8 times. A couple of those happening at third base.
Torrey just tries to guess along with the pitcher. If you're not paying attention to him, that's when he's going to try to steal a base.
Napoli takes the breaking ball in for a strike. Swings and drills one into the alley in left center field. That's going to go all the way to the warning track. Torrey is coming around third. He is going to score, and the Angels are up 2-0.
Leadoff walk. Comes back to haunt C.J. Wilson, trying to make that perfect pitch. This time elevates a pitch to Mike Napoli. He crushes it to left center field, scoring the second run of the game for the Angels. They try to go fastball in, but got a lot of the plate. Quick hands, too, for Mike Napoli to drive at the left center field for the double.
Mike Maddox is going to come out and pay a visit. Darren O'Day begins to loosen in the bullpen. Mike Napoli's double, our one West Bank, one person, one play of the night. There's Darren O'Day beginning to loosen. A walk to Torrey Hunter, a double by Mike Napoli, his 13th two-bagger of the year, and his 33rd RBI. And here comes Hideki Matsui. Man in scoring position for Matsui, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a fly ball to center. And he rips this one into right field, chasing Nelson Cruz over. Napoli will tag, and he'll advance to third base as Matsui is put out for the first out here in the 6th inning.
Good productive out by Matsui, and a good base running by Mike Napoli. First had his look to see if that ball had a chance of getting down for a base hit, but then got back to the base, tags up, and now in scoring position, man on third.
Now they're going to come out and check on C.J. Wilson. You wonder if he's got a blister on the hand or something that's happening, because Kevin Harmon, one of the trainers for Texas, who's out to pay a visit, so is Ron Washington, Bill Hahn, and if it is an injury, obviously he won't get charged to visit. Something going on with that pitching hand. And since we have a break in the action, I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Nicholas Carpino, son of John Carpino, the Angels team president. 10 years old today. Welcome to the club, big guy.
Happy birthday. There's 3 walks for C.J. Wilson. Although 4 strikeouts, not going to waste any time as far as throwing the extra pitches. But keep an eye on Jeff Mathis. Very good on the suicide squeeze. Infield in for the Rangers.
Mathis 0 for 2. Swings the first pitch, comes up empty, and it's no balls in his strike. Jeff is grounded to first and struck out looking in the 4th. The Angels 0 for the last 13 with a man in scoring position. Mathis lays off that pitch, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike Scherzer relaying the signs to Dino Evil, who flashes it on to Mathis, and of course lets Napoli know what's going on at third base. Here comes Napoli, and it doesn't work this time. Napoli in a rundown, and he will get tagged out by Michael Young. Here's out number 2. Good pitch, good location for C.J. Wilson.
Well, it was a tough one, too, for Mathis to be able to try to even make any contact. He just tried to foul that one off. Way off the outside corner. All you can do is just try to foul it. There's no way you're going to be able to try to keep that in play. Just a 1-1 count. Suicide squeeze tried. Mathis has been very successful at it.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Sometimes very difficult task with a left-handed pitcher who's a sinker baller, who has been living on that outside part of the plate to try to make contact.
And sometimes you wonder if there was some communication, because he looked like as soon as the pitch was being made or just about ready to be delivered, he went off the outside part of the plate even more so. Even though there was not a pitch out put on in that play. But if you have someone down in the infield saying going, then you can just try to throw that fastball even further off.
And he works the walk. second of the inning for Wilson, 4th overall in this ball game. That matches his total for strikeouts. C.J. Wilson trying to put the stop sign on Ron Washington. But Wash doesn't listen. He's coming out. C.J. Wilson is done with Darren O'Day ready to go in the bullpen. He'll be summoned to take on Brandon Wood with 2 outs here in the 6th, and the Angels up by the score of 1-0. Right now, get Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo served with curly fries and a drink for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. By Toyota. Get a great deal on Toyota's full line of hybrid and fuel-efficient vehicles at your Toyota dealer today. And by Jack Daniels. Your friends at Jack Daniels remind you to drink responsibly. 2-0 Angels here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. A man at first base, Brandon Wood, stepping up to face Darren O'Day. 27-year-old right-hander who's off to a terrific start for Texas this year with that 1.78 ERA.
Very effective against right-handed batters. Right-handers only hitting 125 against him. Lefties pretty successful at 353. Sinking fastball and a frisbee slider.
Brandon Wood lays off the slider, but it's in for a strike. C.J. Wilson, 5 2/3, responsible for the guy at first base, not happy at being pulled out of this game. 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. O'Day had 1 season here in Anaheim. That was in 2008. That breaking pitch is outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Signed as a non-drafted free agent. It was 0-1 and a 4.57 ERA in 30 games. It was a Rule 5 pick. New York Mets. Pitched 4 games there and then ended up in Texas. What a year he had. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. A sub-2 ERA in 64 games for the Rangers last year, and it's carried over this year.
Very effective with that sinking fastball, setting it up for that slider against the right-handed batters. Pretty good combination for Darren.
Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Reggie Willits to follow. Got Mathis over at first. Leadoff walk to Torrey Hunter. Came around to score on the double by Mike Napoli. And Napoli was out number 2 on a botched squeeze play attempt. Wood skies one to left center field. Josh Hamilton comes over, make the catch for the 3rd out, but the Angels get a run on 1 hit, leave 1 on through 6. Halos up 2-0. Josh Hamilton to lead things off here. Angel fans happy that they've got a 2-0 lead. Still a lot of game to be played here. Jared Weaver back on the mound. And breaking pitch misses up high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Hamilton, Cruz, and Murphy here in the Ranger half of the 7th inning. Josh Hamilton 0 for 2 thus far. He swings through the changeup to make evens a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Hamilton with 2 on, nobody out in the 4th inning. Hit that little dribbler up that first base line. And that kind of set up that terrific inning for Jared. That pitch is outside. It's 2-1. Go back to our Hyundai keys to the game.
Outside in, starting the outside part of the plate. Get him out inside and change patterns. Start the inside part and then finish him off with the breaking pitch on the outside corner.
Came back inside with that good fastball, and that'll even account as 2-2 as Oliver's up and loosening now.
Well, he got him out the first time up, froze him with that 2-seam fastball inside.
Hamilton takes a called strike 3 for the 2nd time tonight. There's out number 1 here, the 7th, that 2-seam fastball.
Exact same pitch he got him that first at bat. Starts it at the hip, brings it in the inside corner at 89 with some very good movement. Exmo will show the key to this pitch, staying on top. He has that still eyes on the target. Mathis very good framing that pitch.
There's Nelson Cruz to face Weaver with 1 out, nobody on. Cruz, after the Hamilton ground out, had a 3-ball, no strike count. The runners at 2nd and 3rd ended up striking out. A terrific changeup by Weaver. That one is on the corner. It evens the count. There's that changeup again. 1-2.
Such good arm action on that changeup for Jared. Cruz has got to be thinking fastball because the arm action and the grip is changing the speed, but he's thinking fastball on the outside part of the plate, but way out in front, barely fouling it. I'm going to go with a fastball now.
Yeah. Outside 2-2. He was overthrowing that changeup early on.
That's a pitch. For most pitches as the game goes along, it's more of, you hear that terminology, a feel pitch. Let's make sure you get out in front with that pitch, like that one.
And this one is floated into left field, a base hit. Cruz will stop at first with a 1-out base hit. Just the 2nd hit of the game allowed by Weaver.
And if you're Jared right there, you executed the pitch, it was down. Exmo will show the speed. Got him out in front, but Cruz strong enough to be able to fight that in the left field for a base hit. There's nothing you could do if you're a pitcher in that spot. The credit goes to the hitter for being able to be strong enough to get a hit.
Here's David Murphy. Murphy's 0 for 2. Reached on the arrow by Eric Ibar, and he's hit a fly ball to center. Kevin Jepson's up now. Murphy fouls this one off the left, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Limited action here on this Thursday night in Major League Baseball. Only one other game that's ongoing right now. That's the Astros in San Diego, beating the Padres 3-1. That game at the bottom of the 6th inning. As far as the American League is concerned, Cleveland beat Toronto 6-1. The Yankees beat Seattle 4-2. Murphy takes low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Oakland won 8-1 over Baltimore, and the Rays defeated the Minnesota Twins 5-4.
Minnesota was up late in that game 4-3, but the Rays came back. Could be that big question mark for the Twins as the season progresses. Not having Joe Nathan as their closer.
Tampa Bay scoring 1 in the 9th to tie, 1 in the 10th to win it. Breaking ball is in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball gets away from Weaver. Cruz does not advance.
Well, he's throwing him a 69-mile-an-hour curveball and now a 68-mile-an-hour curveball. I'm going to throw him a changeup here.
2-2 pitch. Murphy pops it up. Shallow left field. Long run over for Reggie Willits. He'll make the catch for the second out. Here, let's take a look at our Lexus Pursuing Perfection.
Well, it's all been about that movement on the fastball from Jared Weaver, the ace of the staff, throwing that curveball and that great changeup to Nelson Cruz. And again, the changeup to get through that inning in which he showed that emotion, the true ace, taking control of a must-win situation here to win the series for the Angels.
Well, he's got 2 outs with Cruz over at first, trying to get through the 7th inning. He's thrown 110 pitches thus far, 70 strikes, 6 punch outs, 2 walks. Justin Smoke, a strikeout victim himself in the second. He's also grounded out, so 0 for 2 night for the rookie first baseman. Both Torrey and Abreu deep in center and right, respectively. Reggie Willits straight up and left. Time is called as Smoke backs out at the plate. One ball, 1 strike. Off speed out to center field, chasing Torrey back, still going back at the wall, makes the catch. That will end the 7th. Terrific job by Jared Weaver. That's why they were playing deep.
That's why he's got gold gloves all over his house. Great jump, great play.
2-0 Angels.
Well, he makes everything look so easy. Look how he never took his eye off the baseball. Knew where the wall was going to be at. Made the play. What a job. Establishing himself as an ace. For me, an all-star.
Waiting for Torrey Hunter to get in. And Jared, 7 solid innings. Reggie Willits to lead things off here.
You you mentioned earlier about pitchers knowing where to hit certain pitches to where you go to the big part of the ballpark. The great ones know that, where to go to the outside part. A changeup off the plate there. You saw Smoke hit that ball well, but it was a changeup on the outer half, and Torrey read it perfectly off the bat and makes the play.
Reggie out towards left center field. David Murphy makes the catch. And there is the first out. Reggie is 0 for 3 in this. Fernando Rodney begins to lose it. Here's Eric Ibar. 1 for 3. His one an infield single in the first inning that eventually led to the Angels' first run. He scored on the Howie Kendrick double. The other run for the Halos came on a leadoff walk by Torrey Hunter, and then the RBI double by Mike Napoli. Tries the bunt, slap bunt, he bunts it foul. Keeps that ball fair, and all of a sudden we're talking about another infield base hit, if not double. David Murphy is playing. Outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Day came on with 2 outs in the 6th inning. It got Brandon Wood. Sky went out to center. Takes the breaking ball in for a strike. In the 8th inning, Fernando Rodney will be facing 9, 1, and 2. Trainer, Andrus, and Young. High ball, lines in a right center field. There's a base hit. Hamilton with good speed cuts it off. Holds Ibar to a 1-out single. Little tomahawk chop on that fastball up.
He's trying to make some contact. Trainer setting the target up. Ibar will be able to bring his hands up and drive that into right center field for a base hit. Look for Ibar to try to steal a bag here now against Darren O'Day. Times to home right around 125 to 138. Will utilize the slide step.
Howie 1 for 3 with that double in the first inning. As he went around on that sinking fastball. It's no balls and a strike.
Dino Evil putting the sign on. Eric Ibar looking over, and of course Howie looking to see if there's a possibility of a hit and run. Definitely a situation where the Angels are very aggressive in this spot.
Oh, 1 pitch. Now he slices this one foul. It's the ball is 2 strikes. Dino flashing the signs. C.J. Wilson tonight, the Rangers starter, 5 2/3. 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits. got him with that breaking pitch. There's out number 2. Ron Washington is going to come out and remove Darren O'Day with Oliver ready to go and Abreu coming up. Go with that lefty-lefty matchup that so many are fond of. Bobby Abreu had 3 at-bats against C.J. Wilson. Hit the ball hard all 3 times, but grounded out all 3 to Ian Kinsler. A pitching change. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Halos up 2-0. Warm-up tosses. 2 outs here. Eric Ibar at first base. Oliver pitching down his 34th game. No record at a 1.51 ERA. And we talked about this a little bit last night as far as the workload for this bullpen for the Rangers, which has been a huge boost for Ron Washington without question. You look at the month of July as you get into it now with this ball game. They don't have an off day until the All-Star game, and then after the All-Star game they've got 1 off day in 3 weeks. And actually play on through August 1st. That's its series here against the Angels. So that's a telling sign as to what the Rangers will be as they get through that month of August.
Ron Washington will be looking for starters that possibly complete some games or particularly go deeper in the ball games. Take some pressure off the bullpen.
Abreu to plate, Ibar at first. Bobby swings the first pitch and fouls it off.
And Bobby had that great at bat against Darren Oliver the first game of the series with the bases loaded, got that double. Fought off some tough pitches. Darren made one mistake, that hanging breaking ball over the middle of the plate, and Bobby made him pay for it.
Throw over to first, and Ibar is back easily. Go back a couple of nights to that base hit loaded at bat.
See that spinning breaking ball got a lot of the plate right down the right field line. Huge at bat, scoring all 3 runs.
No 1 pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Abreu didn't seem to care for the call, and it's 0-2. Going with that breaking pitch. Nope, coming inside. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Once in a while, a catcher will put a 2 down for a fastball on the outside corner, or a 3 for the fastball inside. Switching up the signs just in case they feel that you're getting a good read on it. Sometimes a 1 will be a curveball. Now they're going to throw over the first base.
Ibar's picked off. The throw down from Smoke is in time. That will end the Angels' 7th. 7 of the books here at the Big A. It is 2-0 Halos. Commander Rodney takes over the mound here in the 8th inning. Pace 9-1-2 for Texas.
Big thing of 4-0 for Rodney. He's got to, we talked about the fact is get the good rhythm going as far as throwing the fastball. Don't overthrow it. The velocity's been there for him, but fall behind in the count, utilizing that great changeup. And of course, the breaking pitch he has also in his arsenal.
Jared Weaver departs after 7 innings. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. That was it. You see Weaver, after leaving in line for a win 4 times prior to tonight. No decision in all 4 games. He's got 7 victories on the year, looking for win number 8. Matt Trainer, Elvis Andrus, and Michael Young here in the 8th inning.
What a job by Jared Weaver again tonight. That at bat against Nelson Cruz, for me, established why he is an ace of his staff and should be and will be an all-star.
Rodney pitched in Tuesday's game, went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits. The changeup is in there for a strike, evens the count. One and 2 now. Trainer's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a strikeout in the 5th inning. Weaver with the 6 punch outs tonight, giving him 124 on the season. Trainer gets jammed on that fastball. The count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. That one hits Trainer. So on a 1-2 pitch, Fernando Rodney plucks the first man. Not what you want to do against the Rangers lineup, especially when you're ahead of the count.
Let's always show the changeup. Runs inside, forced it. His arm was, the arm angle he threw there, the first changeup he threw the trainer was perfect. Stayed on top. Downward action, not when he forced it. I wonder if the confidence level for that changeup has been where it should be for Fernando Rodney. He's got one of the best changeups in the game.
Andrews takes a strike on a fastball. Elvis 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a fly ball to left, and a ground ball to short. The Angels stay here over the weekend to take on the Kansas City Royals before heading out for a one-week road trip. Good change up there to 0-2. Texas goes home through the All-Star break. We got the White Sox, the Indians, and the Orioles for 4 in that All-Star break. Oh, 2 pitch. Fastball. Apparently missed outside. 1-2.
Oh, that was a perfect pitch. Trying to go inside, but into the outside corner. That got a lot of the plate.
Where's that pitch at?
I mean, that's nearly down the middle.
Who cares if Mathis had to kind of reach back across his body a little bit? 2-2. I mean, there are times where hitters get fooled. There's got to be times where umpires get fooled just based on location or the motion of a pitch, or even a catcher reaching to the backhand side a little bit.
You certainly can be fooled if you're an umpire there, but the reality is that the plate's in front of you in that spot. Location wasn't hit exactly by Rodney, but it's still a strike.
2-2. Tap or foul. Trainer leading off at first base. Still kind of hanging out there. 2-2 again. Grounded foul up to third base side. On the ground of the right side, Kendrick's got it. Goes to second. They get the lead runner. Here's out number 1. Ibar pointing to second base as if to ask Bruce Dreckman whether or not Trainer was capable of reaching back to the bag at second. If he can, then Andrews is automatically out for obstruction.
Get a better look here. Play by Howie.
No, his hand's on it.
There's no question he had a chance to be able to get at the base. The play was made by Howie, getting that lead runner still set up a double play ball.
And Eric probably still a little gun shy around the bag at second base in those situations. Here's Michael Young, 0 for 3 tonight. Twice grounding out, once a fly ball out. Andrews is the team leader in stolen bases for Texas. Taking some pretty good leads over there. 22 stolen bases this year. He's been caught 9 times. Young takes a fastball low. One 0 pitch. Young swings to a fastball. Those 22 stolen bases for Andrews puts him 8th in the American League. Juan Pierre, American League leader, started the day with 29. He's with the White Sox. Carl Crawford with 28. Rajay Davis, the Oakland A's, has 26 stolen bases. One pitch. Now their high fastball that is cut on and missed. 1-2. Double barrel action for Texas. Francisco on the left. Ogando, he's playing catch with himself out there in the bullpen. Just hanging out. Happy-go-lucky. The 1-2 upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fernando overthrowing that one a little bit.
Interesting watching Jeff Mathis trying to set up Michael Young there. Sometimes, especially a veteran hitter who's been around for a while, where as they prepare, they're looking back to see where location is going to be. Set up in, went away. Got to go right with that fastball.
Ground ball back up the middle. Nobody can get this one into center. Andrews will round second, head to third. That one was right back to Fernando Rodney. He whiffed on it. And the Rangers have runners at first and third with Ian Kinsler coming up.
Straight back to reach back with your glove. Gets by him. A play you work all spring training long on, fielding your position. But it gets by him. Hit well by Young, but a play that Rodney's going to be able to make most times. Falls over towards first base, which makes it more difficult to make that play. But still, you got to forget it. Thinking the lines, you could still get a double play and get through the inning. No runs allowed.
Kinsler takes the changeup upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Kinsler with a double, a walk, and a fly ball to center. 18 pitches thrown by Fernando Rodney. He's fallen behind at 2 balls and no strikes. It's been few and far between for Fernando Rodney in easy innings as far as appearances of late. A lot of pitches, a lot of base runners. Kevin Jeffs up and loosening now. Kevin was up earlier, did not get fully loosened. Would take him a whole lot to get going here. The 2-0.
Boy, challenged him with a fastball count, high fastball hitter, and Ian Kinsler got that fastball at 95 by him.
Kinsler breaks his bat, little lazy fly ball to left field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. RBI single brings home Elvis Andrews, and it's a 2-1 Angels lead.
I think we've said it many a times, even though it's a jam shot, a flare in the outfield, it's an elevated pitch. Inside. Gets the bat. The Twins are able to fight that into left field for a base hit.
Mathis going to go out and talk things over here. Vladdy at the plate. Well, regardless of whether they saw this part of the order in the 8th or the 9th, one way or the other, the Angels bullpen was going to face this part of the order in a tight ball game. And it's even tighter now with the Angels up 2-1. Michael Young at second, Ian Kinsler at first. Vladdy tonight has popped out to second, walked and popped out to Mike Napoli. Those 3 plate appearances against Jared Weaver. Vladdy bounces one to third. 5, 4, relay to first in time. How about that? No, they called him safe at second. How is that not a call at second base? Not out. Howie Kendrick's one of those guys that always lives around the bag. But what you thought was one pitch and a round-the-horn double play to end the 8th inning and maintain a 2-1 lead. Instead, they just get the one out at first. Well, Mike certainly giving Bruce Dreckman his say without question. So Young advances to third, Kinsler to second. It's Guerrero that's put out. The unconventional 5-4-3. And it looks clearly like Howie was off the bag prior to receiving the baseball. That's one of those in the vicinity plays. But he was off the bag.
No question about that. Dreckman was right there looking at his foot the whole time.
And it's a difficult angle for Dreckman to get that call right, because that's on the back side of second base.
But the bottom line is here, you got to forget about it and get through the inning right now. You can't let it affect you.
So 2 outs for Josh Hamilton with 2 men on. They're going to walk him intentionally to face Nelson Cruz.
I think also on that play, you can see he has a good vision of the foot. And Howie looking back at the base there and making that throw across to first base, thinking that's the end of the inning. Instead, Dreckman made the call. Of course, he let Mike Socha speak his mind and then was able to keep him in the ball game there, listen to him, and move forward. But again, you don't see that too often, that call made in this particular point, especially at the home ballpark. But it looked like it clearly was the right call.
And here's ball 4. So they're loaded up now for Nelson Cruz. 2 outs. Boy, the guy and the play that you wanted in that situation. Ground ball double play to get you out of the inning.
I'm glad a guy that's hit in a lot of double plays the last few seasons was the perfect guy to get a ground ball thinking you're through the inning. As a pitcher, you take a deep breath, get back out there and make a pitch to get through the inning.
First pitch to Cruz. Fastball is in for a strike. Cruz 1 for 3. Fly ball to center. The strikeout had that broken bat single to left field on that great changeup by Jared Weaver. One of 2 hits allowed by the Angels starter. 0-1 pitch. Cruz takes in tight. Trying to lean into that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Overthrown fastball misses low. It's 2 balls and a strike. Outfield. At normal depth, Torrey Hunter a couple of steps towards the alley in right center field. Infield deep and straight up. Napoli perhaps a little bit off the line at first. Pretty good speed on the bases all the way around for Texas. 2-1 pitch. Cruz swings through a fastball at 96. Count even. $41,162 on hand here tonight. Trying to see if Fernando Rodney can get out of this inning again. Since that double play didn't occur. Step shot to rubber. Max is going to go to have a conversation with him.
Build the drama a little bit.
A hit by pitch, a fielder's choice, a single, an RBI single, a 5-4-3 put out at first base for 1 out. The intentional walk. And that leads us to the bases loaded and 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Nelson Cruz. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball, shot foul. 31st pitch thrown by Fernando Rodney tonight. Kevin Jepson just hanging out on the mound. He's ready to go in the bullpen, but right now it'll be Rodney unless something big happens. That's an overthrown fastball. The runners cannot advance because the ball hit the screen and ricocheted back. And Ian Kinsler was about 3/4 of the way to third base.
And the Angels got a break there.
Fernando Rodney tried to throw a fastball right through everybody. Just airmailed everybody.
I don't know, the reaction by Jeff Mathis made me think that maybe he was supposed to throw a changeup there.
Michael, as soon as he sees the ricochet, stops at third base. And that's one of those, as a base runner, you're not sure if the ball's ricocheting back towards the plate or up the first base line as that one did. So we'll get the merry-go-round going here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Young at third, Kinsler at second, Hamilton at first. Payoff pitch. Popped him up. Shallow right. Howie Kendrick with the call. There's out number 3. Fernando Rodney in 32 pitches allows 1 run, but Angel fans very happy. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Halos still up by the score of 2-1.
don't you think?
33 pitches, cakewalk. 1 run in, and it's 2-1 Halos. We start at the bottom of the 8th inning now to try to get that run back. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Abreu, Hunter, and Napoli here to face Darren Oliver. Bobby was up facing Darren Oliver in the 7th inning when Ibar got picked off to end the inning. That seems like 45 minutes ago. See how this affects Darren Oliver for sitting down. He's a guy that's used to coming in at a crucial situation, working quickly and getting out. Well, that top of the inning took a while.
Took a while. A lot happened in that inning. But the bottom line is the Angels still lead 2-1.
One pitch. Bobby takes outside, 2-1. He is 0 for 3 in this one, having grounded out 3 times to second base. That's a strike, apparently, on the outside corner. It's 2-2.
We saw Jeff Mathis and Mike Scioscia talking just a few seconds ago. You see this pitch off the outside corner getting called a strike.
I mean, Hahn has been somewhat consistent for the better part of the game, but here late he hasn't been. Bobby Skies went out to shallow left center. One out. Here's Torrey Hunter, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. He's going to face a new arm as Ron Washington is going to come out and make a pitching change. Long wait for Oliver to face that one batter, and it'll be Alexi Ogando coming on to face Torrey Hunter. Second appearance for Ogando in this series. A pitching change. We're in the 8th. It's 2-1 Halos. Cheer the Halos on to victory against the Kansas City Royals and sit back and watch a patriotic fireworks show courtesy of the U.S. Army. Don't miss out on one of the best fireworks shows here in the Southland. Purchase those tickets at angelsbaseball.com. Game time, don't forget, 5 o'clock. Alexi Ogando comes on in relief here of Darren Oliver. He'll be facing Torrey Hunter, Mike Napoli with one out here in the 8th.
Well, we saw that fastball first game, mid-90s with good movement, split finger fastball and a slider.
Ogando working 1 inning with 1 strikeout in the Tuesday night contest. The first pitch is a fastball up and away for ball one. Mentioned Torrey 0 for 1. They had that leadoff walk in the 6th inning. And scored on the Napoli RBI double to left center. It's a 1-1 count.
You see that good fastball, 95 with movement, free and easy.
Breaking ball lifted in the air to right. Nelson Cruz over, makes a catch, 2 outs. Well, in the 9th inning, Brian Fuentes will be facing the bottom third of the order. Murphy, Smoke, and Trainer, at least those are the scheduled 3 batters. Brian working a 1-2-3 9th inning Tuesday night, including a couple of strikeouts. Kinsler and Guerrero. Napoli takes a breaking pitch for a strike. Rangers feeling strongly enough about Alexio Gondo to start his big league career. They went ahead and traded Chris Ray, the San Francisco Giants, part of the package for Benjamin Molina. Napoli swings through a fastball. It's 0-2.
With that fastball registered at 97. If the first pitch, a slider for a strike. They're going with another fastball, this time on the outside part of the plate.
Napoli flips this one out to right. Nelson Cruz coming on. Had a hard time finding it. Makes a sliding catch as the Angels go down in order here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Brian Fuentes trying to lock it down for Jared Weaver and give the Angels a series victory. Halos up 2-1. Kinsler got him swinging. Vladimir Guerrero got him swinging. And, of course, Josh Hamilton to end the ballgame, picking up his 14th save.
Boy, he had a good command of that fastball. Sneaky fastball up at 89-90, elevated in the strike zone. A 1-2-3 inning for Brian Fuentes.
Here in the 9th, he'll be facing Murphy. Justin Smoke is a switch hitter. He'll spin around to hit from the right side. Matt Trainer is the catcher. He is scheduled to bat. Then you've got up to the top of the order. David Murphy tonight 0 for 3, getting to start in left field. He's reached on the error by Ibar. Twice has flied out. Once to center, once to left. Brian's first pitch was a breaking ball that misses low. It was 1 ball and no strikes. Jared Weaver looking for his 8th win of the season. 7 strong innings, spectacular. 2 hits, 6 punch outs. Fuentes delivers a strike, leaves the count at 1-1. Jared walked 2 batters. Fernando Rodney pitched the 8th inning, went 1 frame. That 1 walk, it was intentional, giving up 2 hits, a hit batter, and 1 run. Murphy fouling now went back, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch on its way, and Murphy goes down swinging. There's out number 1.
Another one of those elevated fastballs. As a hitter, you think it looks like a good pitch to swing and hit. It gets by up around the letters. This one will show how well Fuentes, over this last couple times out, how he keeps his head on the target. The eyes right there locked in and elevates that fastball to get some key outs.
Here's Justin Smoke, the rookie first baseman. 0 for 3. His last at bat, though, he took Weaver to the wall in center field, the 7th. That catch that Torrey Hunter made. A couple of steps shy of the wall. One out to center again. This one playable, a little bit easier for Torrey. He's on route 2 outs. So 1 out away of taking the series from the Texas Rangers. Terrific battle. All 3 games have been fantastic. Angels taking the opener 6-5. With Pinheiro notching his 8th win of the year. Last night, Angels dropping it 6-4. Dustin Nippert, the win in relief. Scott Kazmir taking the loss, and now Weaver on the verge of picking up his 8th win. Brian Fuentes can notch his 15th save, facing Matt Trainer here with 2 outs. The base is clear. This one out to shallow center. Here comes Torrey Hunter. Light that baby up. The Angels have taken 2 of 3 from the division-leading Texas Rangers, and now 3.5 back of Texas in the American League West.
And what an important series for the Angels to win when you think about it. They had their ace on the staff right here tonight. Jared Weaver was outstanding. 7 shutout innings. And what about the job Fuentes has done against the Rangers in this series? 6 up, 6 down, 2 saves. Great defense. You saw that great play by Torrey Hunter on that ball by Smoke early in the ballgame. And, of course, some key pitches even by Fernando Rodney. Bases loaded, gets through that inning. A huge victory. Of course, manufactured run. Howie Kendrick with that double down the line. Of course, guys coming through in key situations. The solid defense and the manufactured run. And Mike Napoli also with that big double drove in the other run. So they did whatever it took to win a game. Another 1-run game against the Rangers. 4 out of 5 games decided by 1 run, the other by 2.
Well, the Angels back to the high water mark. 9 games over 500, 45-36. Jared Weaver picks up his 8th win. He is now 8-3.